Yeah, this is Onetake, April 18th, 2018. You know, it was 3 games last night. All 3 of these games tells a story. And it's just incredible to see what teams go through to put themselves in position to you know, the simple way to put it, to advance, but it just tells a whole lot about someone's team, what they're willing to do, the parts that's involved, the coaching staff, the organization, and especially the players. First game I gotta definitely talk about last night was game 2, Celtics versus the Bucks. Celtics handled their business, go up 2-0. Big game for Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, Jason Tatum. Marcus Morris was just on fire. He couldn't even miss. Al Horford. I don't know what to say. I did pick the Bucks to win in 7 games because I felt that at the end of the day, talent would overcome good coaching and playing without the engine, which is Kyrie Irving, to your car. Now, be honest with you. The engine, which is Kyrie Irving, isn't there. But I'm not saying they had a replacement in anything, but they did have another engine, but it's a collective effort. And with that and all the other amenities that's a part of the car itself, it's still a great car. It may not be at its best, but still a great car. And that's how I see the Boston Celtics. These guys are willing to take these guys out. They loading up on Giannis and daring these other guys to shoot. Like I said, if Jason Kidd was the coach, no disrespect, I think they would be up 1-1 right now. Am I blaming coaching? Oh, it has a part of it. A lot of the things I see is a little head scratching, the substitution patterns, and some of the stuff they run. You know, some of the stuff they run. It's a little different than when Kidd was there. So I'm looking at that, and they're playing. I mean, the Celtics, give the credit to the Celtics because their defense, they're switching out on Giannis. They're putting different defenders out there. Everyone is guarding the 3, even though they don't have to, because the Bucks can't just shoot, period. So it's not a great 3-point shooting team. And their defense is just terrible. On the previous video, I did say that the Milwaukee Bucks possibly is going to be the best head coaching job, but I don't know. I mean, you can't just say, well, yeah, we got a playoff team, we got Giannis, a top 10 player, and we got some young pieces and everything like that, and they could just put it all together. Sometimes I think the talent don't mesh. What's Jabari Parker out there doing? I see why they didn't extend him, and I mean, Bucks managers are smart for that because I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't know what the Bucks is a mess. But you know, to get off on the Bucks, Brad Stevens, top 5 coach to me in the NBA, knows how to have his team prepared. That's the thing. You have a team prepared to win. That says a lot. Trust me, it says a lot. They're going in another game, another road. It's the Toronto Raptors game 2 versus those Wizards down in Washington. I'm gonna tell you something about those Wizards. Oh yeah, they did lose in bad fashion. It's just not a lot of defense played in this game, but you got big time Derozan. He did drop 37. It's a funny post game conference with him and Kyle Lowry. It's funny. That's just they're funny tandem. But just getting back to the game, it was just they're scoring a lot of points. I think the Wizards at times make plays seem a little predictable when it's. I think a lot of stuff that I see that you know, Scott Brooks do. I mean, it's still resonant of what he did in Oklahoma City. A lot of the plays are somewhat predictable. You're not running. I mean, you can't say you can't run like 20, 30 plays a game, you know. I mean, but you run different variations of it. Sometimes you call timeout and you try to make up two different plays to run on the fly. Something you ran, but you don't run as much. And you get certain guys out there. I don't see him doing that. I see him running a lot of the same stuff. Just like he did in Oklahoma City. And I think the talent of Westbrook, Harden, Durant, I mean, even when Harden left, it's, you know, the talent of the guys was the ones that was just overcoming to get themselves in a position to win games. And, you know, he'll make, you know, certain adjustments and things like that to help, you know, Oklahoma City win games. But let's just be, you know, Washington is in Oklahoma City. Beal and Wall is not Westbrook or Durant. So most likely in the East, you're going to go up against a tandem that's probably just as good as you or better. So you got to come up with different things. And I don't know what's going on with Washington. You know, a lot of these analysts and basketball nerds and experts, they want to trade John Wall. Let's trade him. Get the hell. Just get rid of him. You know, because they look, oh, down the line, he's gonna be owed $40 million. The guy could play. Period. You know, got Mahimi. He's hurt. Not the same. Gortat. I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to make some kind of wholesale changes in the off season. Well, you can get a take on Otto Porter, possibly from the Kings or the Nets. But I don't really know where this team is gonna go from here, because they're just a mess, and it's sad. It's sad because this is a really good team. Not a great team, but a good team. The expectation is kind of low, but of what they did this season. But what can you say? But the Raptors got that win, first time franchise history, up 2-0, surprisingly. But Wizards saying they going home and they'll take care of what they got to take care of. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think you guys are going to get swept or legitimately sweeping 5 games. Because this is the thing. The problems with your team is serious. And it's coming alive in front of millions of people in the playoffs. And this is not a joke. And the last game, man, listen. When you talk about resurgence of a player, Jrue Holiday is playing out of his effing mind. I love Jrue Holiday, man. It's always liked him from Philly. He's been hurt. He's been legitimately hurt since he left Philly. Since they made that trade for him and Nerlens Noel some odd years ago, when the whole process crap was starting in Philly, going to the second round, I think, wasn't good enough, even though, that Derozan injury. But going to the playoffs wasn't. They traded Jrue Holiday, the all-star point guard. Remember, he was an all-star. They traded him for Nerlens Noel. He's been it ever since. But that leg and hip injury was just never held to fruition. But now he's coming back, he's playing defense, he's moving. A lot of the stuff he does is off the ball, which is good. You got Rondo doing what he's doing. He's passing, dishing. I always like Rondo's. His grittiness. I don't like the chase and assist crap that he used to do in Boston. He did some in Sacramento too. But he's controlled the offense. He's making good decisions. That lob thing of him and Anthony Davis is crazy. Anthony Davis is making a case for Demarcus Cousins to stay. They beat Portland and go to the second round and possibly a matchup with Golden State. And necessarily have in a situation where they're not saying going to defeat Golden State, even though it's too early to tell. But if you're in a situation like that and you go to the second round, Boogie Cousins is going to be throwing all that money. And New Orleans is going to throw Boogie that money. But I think Boogie is going to look at it. Listen, imagine them adding me, Mirčić, Rondo. Nah, I think I'll be staying here. So it's crazy. I mean, Damian Lillard, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the team. It's turning the ball over. They're not shooting well. It's just they're upset. They're now 2-0. The season is over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm saying Portland season is over. That's it. It's over. Man, Mohawk is coming back. It's my man, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying listen, trade Dame or CJ or Portland. You just can't do that. In your small market, you don't trade your stars. You don't trade your stars in the midst of the middle of the contract. You don't do that. You trade towards the end when you get something including that they're gonna leave and leave you with nothing. You gotta try to retool. I mean, you got some young guys, Zach Collins, and I don't know, man. But Portland down to a 6 seed, Pelicans. Who would have think? But it's been great NBA, and I love it. Subscribe at Pretty Boy Laker and YouTube. This is one take only. I don't do any of that stuff.